One of the most commonly used features of Schoolwork is the ability to use it to allow students to upload a file or a document they've created, have My Big Campus collate all the group's work, and then store it there for you to look at it in your own time. So that's what we're going to look at now. So just as previously, we're going to click on Schoolwork. When the screen opens up, we're going to type in Add New Schoolwork. Again, we'll hover over the arrow and we'll check that we're using the right type of schoolwork. And so we're going to use a simple assignment, and I'm just going to give it a simple title. So presentation on principles of training. It doesn't need a description. Still required to give it a score. So for argument's sake, we'll move it up to 10. I don't need to add any supporting documents. And I'm going to click Save and Continue. Okay. And very simply now, I don't need to add any questions there. So if I look at the student view, and presentation on principles of training, very simply they can type their response if they'd like to, or more likely to choose a file either from their drive or from quick links, their library stuff, documents, if they've been working on Google Docs, or if they've been really adventurous, they might have created a bundle of information that they can submit, or using My Big Campus. And that's what it would look like to them. And so what I'd need to do now is add this to a group of students. And we'll set it to my Year 10 students. Okay. Just as before, I'm going to give them a start date, so they can start from Wednesday when I see them. We'll get the time sorted out. We'll just leave that as 10:13, but we'll make that AM. And we're going to give them a week to do this, so that will actually come in half term. And a little bit fiddly, but we'll just get it to a reasonable time. I think AM is what I want to be encouraging my students to do. So it has to be handed in by that time now. This obviously allows students to submit their work when they're not in school, and forces them to stick with that deadline. I don't need to show any of the work there. I only want them to submit it once, so I'm happy with that. So if I now click Save, and just as before, I'll be able to run a report, but this time it will require me to submit a grade for those students. But it's absolutely fine for me to just use this to collect students' work and collate it before giving it back to them. Okay, and that's using Schoolwork to get students to upload a file.